Obviously, a lot went on during your Big Brother experience.
Yes.
Mickey Rourke obviously was a big headline, him, getting ejected from the show. At the time that happened, did you feel like that was the right decision from the producer and the network's decision?
Yeah, I think a lot of people argue that he should have gone earlier. Back up, soldier.
Don't eyeball me.
Mickey's a joke.
Don't eyeball me.
This is Big Brother. Mickey, come to the diary room immediately.
I don't have dishonorable intention. I'm just talking smack. Boy, did I get chewed out.
You got in trouble?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Mickey Rourke threatened with eviction from the celebrity Big Brother house after a conversation with JoJo Siwa about her sexuality.
I knew trouble awaited us, and not the good trouble. 72-year-old was given a formal warning after pulling an Alexander O'Neill on JoJo Siwa. He would either voluntarily quit or be kicked out of the Celebrity Big Brother UK house shortly.
And I think there's been a lot of like, oh, he only left when, and I honestly, I do agree with the producer's decision to, and I don't know if, I genuinely don't know if the producers chose to evict him or if he said, I'm leaving. I don't know how that went down.
In this preview clip of the UK series, we get a sneak peek of the aftermath.
You can't say that, Mickey.
One breath at a time, troops, one breath at a time.
But what actually goes down in the new episode airing Wednesday night? Well, according to reports, the Oscar winner asks JoJo whether she likes boys or girls, then promises, if I can stay longer than 4 days, you won't be gay anymore. He threatens to, quote, vote the lesbian out. Mickey Rourke booted from the Celebrity Big Brother house days after his homophobic remarks left JoJo Siwa in tears.
I'm going to vote the lesbian out real quick.
JoJo.
That's homophobic.
If I stay longer than 4 days, you won't be gay anymore. I'll tie you up.
Mickey, you can't say that.
I think that was the right time because I think sometimes you have to see somebody's story through. And I think Mickey with me on day one, was that enough to get him evicted? Yes, absolutely. But if he would have, we wouldn't have gotten to see those other sides and those other flavors. And we also wouldn't have had as many laughs as we did. Like, he would have never gotten pranked as Billy. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that happened and so many good moments that happened with him.
Uses a homophobic slur, which was caught on camera.
They didn't say I didn't mean this.
I understand it. You might have thought it would be uninsulting, but it's the way it's perceived on other people. So JoJo was very upset earlier, bless her, but
You were? Sorry.
we're still upset.
What if I told you one of the wildest moments in reality TV history never even made it to air? We're talking about a clash so explosive, so chaotic, that producers cut it from Celebrity Big Brother UK before the public ever saw it. A fiery showdown between pop icon JoJo Siwa and Hollywood bad boy Mickey Rourke that ended with Rourke being ejected from the show. Mid-season, mid-contract, and mid-meltdown. And the craziest part? It all started with a single comment that went way too far. JoJo Siwa came into the house all sparkles and smiles, ready to boost her already booming brand. But Mickey, he came in with that signature swagger, ready to shake things up and, in his own words, bring the show some real FKN drama. What nobody expected was that drama would escalate into something so toxic, it forced the network to quietly remove one of the biggest names they'd ever cast. Behind the scenes, producers were scrambling, contestants were divided, and viewers had no idea what actually went down.
So we got some big news coming in from the Celebrity Big Brother house that Mickey Rourke has been issued a formal warning for being homophobic towards JoJo Siwa. In scenes that are going to air in tonight's show, Mickey tells Chris that he's going to vote the lesbian out real quick.
Until now. Leaked footage, whispers from production staff, cryptic tweets, a lawsuit brewing off screen, and JoJo herself breaking her silence in a viral TikTok that wasn't just a clapback, it was a masterclass in damage control with a side of savage. In this video, we're breaking it all down, how a casually cruel remark turned into a reality show implosion, why the footage was buried, and how JoJo Siwa turned a televised nightmare into a full-blown career power move. We've got the leaks, the receipts, and all the unfiltered drama they didn't want you to see. Because once you hear what really went down behind those Big Brother walls, you'll understand why this wasn't just reality TV. It was a full-on war between generations, values, and reputations. And trust me, Mickey Rourke didn't walk away quietly. From the second the Celebrity Big Brother cast was announced, fans were already raising eyebrows. JoJo Siwa and Mickey Rourke in the same house? It sounded like a fever dream of casting chaos, and that's exactly what producers were banking on. On one side, you had JoJo, Gen Z royalty.
JoJo then overhears and says, "That's homophobic if that's your reasoning." Chris tells Mickey that he can't do that, and Mickey then interjects and says, "I need a fag," gestures to JoJo and says, "I'm not talking to you." JoJo's left upset by that interaction and gets comforted by Chris.
Rainbow bright, unapologetically loud, and proudly queer. With her oversized bows and bold personality, she's become a symbol of self-expression for millions of young fans. She's got Disney roots, a booming music career, and TikTok on lock. But under that sparkly image, a fierce competitor and total brand powerhouse. Then there's Mickey Rourke, Hollywood veteran, ex-boxer, and a man whose public image swings somewhere between tortured genius and total loose cannon. He's done the Oscars, the scandals, and more than a few on-air meltdowns. He's old school, blunt, and often flat-out controversial. So, putting these two under the same roof? That wasn't an accident, it was a setup. Word is, the producers wanted friction. They knew Rourke's unfiltered personality would clash with JoJo's bold presence. And for the first day or two, it looked like they might just coexist. JoJo kept things upbeat, Mickey kept to himself. But the tension, you could feel it building. Housemates reportedly noticed the shift almost immediately. Mickey made a few snide comments about the loud outfits and over-the-top energy. JoJo brushed it off at first, until it got personal.
As I shared with you all earlier this week, housemate and washed-up actor Mickey Rourke was less than kind to JoJo Siwa.
During a group conversation, JoJo mentioned how important representation is for young fans, especially queer youth. Mickey, smirking, muttered something under his breath. At first, no one reacted, but then someone asked him to repeat it. And he did. Loud enough for the whole house to hear. What he said hasn't been aired. It hasn't even been quoted publicly. But multiple leaks say it was a slur, a direct, hateful jab at JoJo's identity. The room froze. JoJo's face reportedly went pale. Some housemates gasped. One walked out. And just like that, the house dynamic was shattered. What happened next never made it to air. But it changed everything. After that shocking slur in front of the house, JoJo reportedly walked straight into the diary room, shaking, furious, and holding back tears. Insiders say she told producers point blank, either they deal with Mickey or she's walking. But what followed wasn't just a complaint. It was a bombshell. JoJo didn't just talk about that moment. She brought up past tension, subtle digs, and a growing pattern of disrespect for Mickey. She reportedly said the house wasn't just uncomfortable anymore, it felt unsafe. According to leaks from a production assistant, JoJo warned producers that brushing this under the rug would be a massive mistake.
He used some derogatory language towards the former Dance Moms star turned influencer and gay pop goddess. That description is funny. What Mickey Rourke said was not funny.
Not just for her, but for the show's image. At first, it looked like the producers were hesitant. Mickey Rourke was a name, a big get for the show. Cutting him loose would mean losing a headline. But then, Mickey made it worse. Just hours after the diary room incident, Mickey himself was brought in to give his side. That's when things got messier. According to leaked transcripts, Mickey downplayed the slur as a joke, claimed it was taken out of context, and even accused JoJo of being overly sensitive. But here's the kicker. After leaving the diary room, Mickey reportedly bragged to another contestant that he meant every word, and that the producers were too soft to handle real talk. That moment, that arrogant slip-up, it flipped the switch. Someone from the crew leaked the exchange. Word spread fast, within the house and outside it. Suddenly, producers weren't just facing one PR nightmare, they were juggling two. JoJo's team, according to reports, was already in touch with her legal reps. Brand deals were on the line, and for the first time in Big Brother UK history, execs feared a contestant might leave and expose everything. So producers did what they rarely do. They pulled the emergency lever. Next morning, Mickey was gone. No formal announcement, no goodbye confessional, no dramatic exit clip. Just gone. By sunrise, Mickey Rourke's bed was empty. No cameras captured a tearful farewell. No dramatic walk out the door. He didn't even get a proper send-off. For viewers, it was like he'd vanished overnight. And that's exactly how producers wanted it. Behind the scenes, things were a different story. According to production insiders, Mickey was told in the middle of the night, off camera, that he was being removed from the house. No debate, no negotiation. He reportedly exploded, accusing the show of censorship, bias, and folding to a woke tantrum. Staff later said he hurled a water bottle across the hallway and stormed out yelling about lawyers and lawsuits. Within 12 hours,
JoJo Siwa is upsettingly receiving a lot of homophobia in the Celebrity Big Brother house, as another celebrity just used a homophobic slur directly at her.
Mickey's legal team had issued a vague but threatening statement, claiming his removal was unwarranted, unjustified, and financially damaging. They also hinted at a breach of contract, suggesting that Rourke was owed a significant chunk of his appearance fee, rumored to be in the six-figure range. And then came the headlines. Entertainment blogs pounced. Fans were confused. Social media lit up with questions like, "Where's Mickey?" and "Did something happen off camera?" The official Big Brother UK account stayed silent, releasing only a pre-scheduled highlight reel that conveniently skipped over any trace of Rourke. But JoJo? She didn't stay silent. That same day, she dropped a TikTok. Low lighting, no makeup, and no music. Just her, raw and real. She never said Mickey's name, but the message was crystal clear. Some things cross a line, and when that happens, silence isn't strength, it's complicity. The video went viral instantly. I Stand With JoJo started trending across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Fellow celebs began chiming in, some praising her for speaking up, others calling for the footage to be released so people could decide for themselves. Meanwhile, Mickey was anything but quiet. In a since-deleted tweet, he called JoJo a spoiled brat with too much eyeliner and too little backbone, claiming the show was rigged from the start.
Which then literally caused her to break down crying.
I'm gonna vote the lesbian out. I need a fan.
So on just day 2 of Big Brother, which if you remember was the same show Trisha Paytas quit because she couldn't stand living with those people anymore,
he doubled down in an interview with a tabloid just days later, saying reality TV had become a FKN therapy circle for children. The feud had gone public, the gloves were off, and the internet, it was eating it up. If producers thought JoJo Siwa would let the moment fade quietly, they clearly underestimated her. Within days of Mickey's exit, JoJo flipped the entire narrative, using her signature move, visibility. But this time, it wasn't rainbow merch or a dance challenge. It was calculated, sharp, and laced with a confidence that hit like a slap. First came the TikTok that set everything off. Simple lighting, no production, just JoJo speaking directly to the camera. When someone tries to dim your light, shine brighter. And when they tell you to shrink yourself to make them feel big, smile and grow louder. It wasn't just a statement, it was a message to fans, to haters, to the industry. But what really got people talking was what dropped the next day. Her single. Yep, JoJo released a surprise track titled Bulletproof. And let's just say the lyrics left little to the imagination. Lines like, "Tried to tear me down with words you can't spell, but baby, I'm built for this, can't unring this bell," had fans speculating it was a direct shot at Rourke. Within 48 hours, Bulletproof hit #1 on iTunes pop chart. Coincidence? Not a chance. JoJo's team, known for being marketing savvy, didn't miss a beat.
JoJo Siwa became the target of Mickey Rourke, who is a 72-year-old American actor who was in things like Iron Man 2 and The Wrestler. He clearly had a huge issue with her being a lesbian and started following her around the house saying, "I'm gonna vote out the lesbian."
Hashtags like Sure Bulletproof, JoJo Clapback, and Big Brother Truth flooded social media. And even as debates raged, was she playing the victim or seizing the moment, there was no denying. JoJo had turned chaos into currency. Influencers jumped in, reaction videos exploded. Even major pop stars like Demi Lovato and Hailey Kiyoko publicly showed support, reposting her video and praising her grace under fire. And while Mickey's team fumbled with damage control, releasing conflicting statements and hinting at lawsuits, JoJo was riding the wave like a pro. She never directly addressed Rourke again. But every interview, every Instagram caption, and every stage appearance felt like a statement. You can't silence me, I'm not going anywhere. And honestly, that only made her louder. The internet didn't just react, it erupted. Within hours of JoJo's video and Mickey's messy exit, Celebrity Big Brother fans were divided like never before. The hashtag war began. Number 1, I stand with JoJo versus Free Mickey. One side saw JoJo as a symbol of courage, a young star who refused to be silenced. The other painted Mickey as a victim of cancel culture, a so-called truth teller booted for being too real. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Twitter threads dissected every moment of the now infamous confrontation, even though no footage had been made public. Reddit exploded with alleged leaks, conspiracy theories, and behind-the-scenes tea from supposed crew members. One post claimed that producers had more than enough footage to get Mickey canceled forever.
So do you like girls or boys?
Me? Girls.
I know, I can tell. If I stay longer than 4 days, you won't be gay anymore.
I can guarantee I will still be gay and I will still be in a very happy relationship.
I'll tie you up. We all vote each other out?
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually.
I'm going to vote the lesbian out real quick.
That's homophobic.
Eh?
So that's homophobic if that was your reasoning?
But chose to bury it for legal reasons. Another hinted that this wasn't Mickey's first clash behind the scenes. Meanwhile, other housemates were starting to weigh in. Chris Hughes, one of the more neutral house guests, posted a cryptic Instagram story saying, "Sometimes silence feels like betrayal. Proud of those who spoke up." Fans immediately interpreted it as support for JoJo. Another contestant, Love Island's Georgia Steele, shared a photo of herself hugging JoJo in the house with the caption, "Not all heroes wear bows, but sometimes they do." But not everyone rallied behind her. A vocal segment of older fans and some right-wing pundits accused JoJo of being too sensitive and playing the woke card to gain sympathy. They argued that reality TV was supposed to be messy, unfiltered, and controversial. And in true internet fashion, memes followed. Fast. JoJo's face photoshopped on Wonder Woman. Mickey edited into the Big Brother house as the Grinch, a viral soundbite using JoJo's quote, "Silence isn't strength, it's complicity," remixed into a TikTok audio that blew up with over 50,000 uses in 72 hours. The internet couldn't look away. But while fans were choosing sides, Mickey was preparing his next move. And this one came with legal teeth. Just when things started to cool down online, Mickey Rourke fired back with lawyers. Within a week of his sudden removal from the Big Brother house, Rourke's legal team filed a formal notice of breach of contract against the production company, demanding the full payment of his appearance fee plus damages for what they called...
No, we can't discuss this. This is undiscussable.
The lesbian I'm going to vote out.
No, you can't.
All the house guests were secretly cringing and trying to get him to stop, but he would only take it farther.
Can't do that, Mickey.
You also can't say that.
I need a fag. Not talking to you.
You can't say that.
Reputational sabotage. According to leaked court documents, Mickey was guaranteed over £400,000 for his stint on the show, with a clause stating he could only be terminated for violent conduct or criminal behavior. His team argued that a verbal dispute, no matter how heated, didn't legally meet the threshold for removal, and that the real reason he was booted was because producers were afraid of bad press and wanted to protect their younger, more brand-friendly contestant. But here's where it gets murky. An anonymous insider leaked a set of internal memos allegedly exchanged between producers in the days before Mickey's removal. One message hinted at concerns over escalating risk tied to Rourke's erraticism and potential HR exposure. Another chilling line reportedly read, "If we don't get ahead of this now, we're sitting on a PR bomb." That leak exploded across entertainment blogs. Suddenly, people started asking if the whole show had been rigged. Was Mickey set up to lose his cool? Was this all a ratings ploy gone wrong? Some fans pointed to the suspicious timing of JoJo's single release and her perfectly timed TikTok clapback, claiming it looked like a carefully choreographed redemption arc. JoJo didn't address the lawsuit directly, but she did post an Instagram story that many saw as a response. A photo of her in a crown, sipping tea with the caption, "If the crown fits." Meanwhile, Mickey's lawyer went on the offensive.
Thankfully, this very nice young man had JoJo's back and let her cry in his arms.
It's crazy to me that still exists.
Wait. You're getting upset, aren't you?
And then Mickey was taken into the diary room, which is where they yell at you if you do something wrong, and gave him a strict warning that if he does this again, he will be removed from the house.
Doing interviews claiming the actor was ambushed, edited out of context, and blacklisted for not playing along. He vowed to expose a toxic culture of manipulation inside reality TV. Rumors swirled that Mickey had his own receipts, behind-the-scenes audio, private text exchanges with producers, and possibly even footage captured off the official cameras. Fans started waiting for a tell-all, or a lawsuit that would drag everyone into court. And all the while, one question kept resurfacing. Was Mickey the villain or the scapegoat? In the aftermath of the scandal, both JoJo Siwa and Mickey Rourke found themselves at turning points, but heading in very different directions. For JoJo, the chaos became a springboard. She doubled down on her public persona, strong, unbothered, and unapologetically bold. Bulletproof climbed streaming charts, landed her a late-night performance slot, and even got a remix from a major DJ. Brands that had previously worked with her, Nickelodeon, Claire's, and Hulu, stood firmly by her side. But more importantly, JoJo reshaped her image. No longer just the kid with glitter and bows, she was now a symbol of resilience. Media outlets ran think pieces calling her the unexpected face of Gen Z power, and late-night hosts praised her for handling the situation with more grace than most adults twice her age. She didn't talk about Mickey again. She didn't need to. Mickey, on the other hand, wasn't so lucky. Despite the noise around his lawsuit, the public tide didn't exactly turn in his favor. Casting offers slowed, PR firms quietly distanced themselves, and while a segment of his die-hard fans clung to the free speech martyr narrative, most industry insiders saw it as yet another example of Rourke's volatility. Reports say Mickey is still pursuing legal action, but the buzz around the case has faded. Tabloids stopped covering it, the network moved on, and as of now, there's no clear timeline for a court date or for any kind of comeback. Still, Mickey's team has hinted at a possible documentary, his side of the story, complete with alleged unreleased footage and private confessions from crew members. Whether it's real or just another attempt to reclaim relevance, only time will tell. Meanwhile, Celebrity Big Brother quietly re-edited the entire season, removing most references to Rourke and refocusing the arc around JoJo's emotional journey. The message was clear: the show had chosen its hero. But maybe the most revealing part of this whole saga isn't about Mickey or JoJo, it's about what reality TV has become.
Then he ended up giving her a very half-hearted apology where he said, "I didn't mean it in an offensive way, and sometimes I just have a short fuse," which seems like an oxymoron within itself, so he's just homophobic and should be out of the house. JoJo graciously accepted because she is very forgiving, and you know what? She is the CEO of gay pop. I love you, JoJo. But as always, make sure to follow for updates because in Patty we trust.
Manufactured chaos, real reputations on the line, and sometimes truth that's too explosive to air. So, what started as just another season of Celebrity Big Brother turned into something way bigger, a clash of generations, values, and public personas that rocked reality TV to its core. JoJo Siwa walked in as the bubbly pop star with glitter and bows, and walked out as a symbol of strength, strategy, and self-worth. Mickey Rourke came in as the wild card, the unfiltered Hollywood rebel, but left as a cautionary tale of how fast the game can turn when the cameras stop rolling. But the real story? It's about what wasn't shown. The buried footage, the silenced moments, the unspoken rules of reality TV that decide who gets the redemption arc and who gets erased. Maybe this wasn't just about a feud, maybe it was a mirror, showing us how fame, identity, and conflict are now packaged, edited, and sold to us as entertainment. And if that's the case, what else are we not seeing? Let us know in the comments. Should networks air everything, even the ugly stuff, or is some drama better left off screen? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you